and we should now be going live about now. Hello, everybody, and welcome. Wow, four
All
viewers
right,
already.
it's on. Yes.
Yes, welcome, everybody.
Once again to CNG podcast.
Greetings.
This time we have more people with us.
Hi, Chris. We're starting the stream now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Chris, everybody. Guest appearance. The fastest cameo you ever saw in your life. The fastest gun in the West. That's Chris, everybody. That's Chris. Alright, so there's an echo. There's an echo. It's in the podcast. I'm gonna see if I can fix that real quick. But where's the nope, that's not it. Here we go. Yeah, so we're back with CNG podcast, returning CNG podcast. It's gonna be a little different with this video, and the next couple of videos, as there's really not much news to really cover. But if there is any news, then we will make a video about it. But in terms of a schedule, CNG podcast really doesn't have a schedule. But if there is anything, if there is a topic that is out, then we'll most likely we'll do it on a Tuesday. Let's see. All right. Hold on. Say something. Alex. Okay. The audio is very dim. Dim. I have to change this. I'm just trying to get rid of this echo because I can hear it in the stream. Okay, yeah, I can see that. All right, let's go back to this. All right. Yeah, let's fix. Okay. All right. Let's do this. All right. So we're just gonna have to fight through the echo. I can't. I can't seem to do anything about that.
Just imagine yelling because there's like a slight what's it called? Difficulty in sound.
Hey Nazir.
Oi! Nazir! We started.
Close that shade over there. What shade?
Off to a great start.
Disposable, because I can't watch.
All right, so. All right, so. Yeah, so this video isn't really about news. More about like topic. We'll talk about some
news or something that we think like maybe our something that we think.
So our topic of discussion is not all right. You know what? I gotta turn down his volume. I gotta turn down his volume. It's gonna drive me insane. All right, so so the a topic of today is Nassau and Express and what we would really think they would be or what they would do in about 5 to 10 years from now. So you pretty much start us off. I want to start us off with a bit of an introduction first to anyone who really doesn't know about Nassau and Express. Um, okay, let me turn back down this volume. I thought I thought it got better. Um, so Nassau and Express is Nassau County's current bus system. Their only bus system. Started in 2012 after Long Island Bus left Long Island in 2011.
Because of budget cuts.
Because of budget cuts. Because of budget cuts? No, they left. No, they left Long Island. I'm trying to remember.
Long Island Bus left because there wasn't enough funding. Remember?
Right.
So basically, it was kind of the biggest budget cut in all of Long Island transit history.
Is it really? Because like okay, like I know for a fact.
Like, all right, to me, in all honesty, it's no different. The whole bus system leaving. Hold up.
Yeah. So
I'll be back. I'll be back. Give me a minute.
I thought that Long Island Bus left, and anyone can correct me in the comments. I really not sure. I really don't know, and 155% sure that Long Island Bus left because like Alex said, it's probably because of a budget cut, but probably because Long Island Bus wanted a specific amount of money from the state, the county, and everyone's favorite punching bag ? Edward Mangano basically didn't agree with that, and because NTA said, okay, so since we're not getting this, we're just gonna leave. And anyone can correct me. I'm not really sure. I'm not a wise guy, but regardless, the MTA left Long Island, and they haven't came back since. The only time you'll see the MTA anywhere close to Long Island is like the MTA buses that go like on the border of like Queens and Queens and Long Island, which I think is the Q111, the Q111, the Q5, the Q85, the Q4, the Q43. I think there's an express bus that also stops there too. I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be the X63. Whatever. But yeah, so MTA left in 2011, and Nassau Express was born in 2012. Something around that line. Like I said, if anyone wants to correct me, they can. I'm sure.
Because of low funding, remember.
Yeah. They currently have 27 bus routes throughout Long Island. I could be wrong. And their fleet consisted of Orion 5 CNGs, Orion 7, and Excelsiors. But now it's just Orion 7 CNGs and Excelsiors with
And before the Excelsiors came, there was the Foothills Orion 5s.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, let me talk more about that.
What, the Foothills?
Why am I muted? Okay. Yeah, alright. So more about I wanted to talk more about the actual fleet themselves because Nassau and County Express's first bus that they actually bought was the 3Gs. And then after that was the Excelsiors, the Excelsior Arctics, and then those freaking Able Ride mini buses. What the hell they use?
Exaggerated able ride.
Exactly. And then they replace those with the actual. Oh my god. Okay, we're not gonna talk about unlock flexing, although we might. Um, but yeah, that's basically a small introduction of NASA and the County Express and what they're really about. They serve bus routes that a few bus routes that go from Long Island to Queens, which I think might be their money maker, because they kind of transport people to and from Queens and Long Island. But that's really besides the point here. I was thinking because it's 2020 now, and
That's okay.
what the first time I ever.
Sorry to interrupt, Kalel, but you forgot to add one. You forgot to add one fact to it.
Oh,
That
what?
they used to have two bus depots bringing out their buses, but now they only have one.
Right.
They used to have Rockville Center Depot and Mitchfield Depot that was near Nassau County. That is near Nassau Community College, but it's just Mitchfield Depot now because Rockville Center Depot it has been shut down,
Yeah.
and and that is also where you would be able to see the either scrapped or not or remaining non-scrapped Orion fives that are not going to be driven again. Kalal, Fred, and I have visited um, Rockville Center Depot. The name keeps slipping from my mind. Um, we have visited Rockville Center Depot
And
uh,
Mitchfield too.
and Mitchfield,
Yeah.
but yeah,
I think I remember one time I actually when I was still in Nassau, I actually I walked during from my break when I was in Nassau. I actually walked all the way to the freaking to
Mitchfield Depot.
Mitchfield Depot. Yeah, I literally walked there on foot.
And I do have to say, I wish it was Mitchfield Depot that got shut down instead of Rockville Center, because Rockville Center Depot had their stuff together more than Mitchfield does.
See, I would agree with you that Mitchfield Depot should have been closed, but the there's a big problem with that, and I know why they closed Rockville Center down, obviously because of what they wanted to tear it down and build um, an apartment complex over it. But they probably also chose Mitchfield because in terms of capacity, Mitchfield Depot has it. Like they were able to fit the Orion fives, the Orion sevens, the Excelsior, and the Excelsior Arctics all in one depot. And we obviously been to Rockville Center Depot before. Like, there's no way that Rockville could have fitted all that in that small depot, that small little space that they had.
All
So
right, and make an extension to it at least or something.
an extension in that area.
Like rent, like do some kind of renovate to like make the what's it called, the depot bigger, add more space.
Like how? Because we saw that area before. It's like I don't know what street it was. Like, behind the depot is the railroad structure. In front of it is the apartment complex. On
Yeah, you're right.
the
I
right.
honestly forgot the layout of the area for a bit.
I mean, I would understand if they did like an East New York depot where there's the actual depot and then there's like other like parking lots for it. But the area itself, there's no real space for that because, like I said, there's the apartment complex, there's the railroad station, there's I think a CVS, some stores, and yeah, like there's like shops
I
and
mean, in all
stores.
honesty, they could have moved the um. They could have like moved like, all right, you know that space between the depot and the apartment, like the parking lot.
I think I know what you mean.
All you could have done was move the entrance and exit to the garage, like hmm. All you could have did was put more room, like on that in that area, and have the what's it called garage facing the same way that the fence that the Orion that say bleh, excuse me facing the same direction that the fence that you could see the Orion 5s, the fence that holds the Orion 5s are, if I said that correctly.
The fence, the fence
You
stuff.
know how you know the direction that the fence is facing when you
Which
look at the Orion 5s?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Add more space going to like add more space in the area between the depot and the not apartment complex. Gar- parking lot, and then have the garage entrance facing that facing that way. That's what I think, and that's just my opinion in all honesty.
yeah. I'm currently on Google Maps to kind of like see exactly like what you're talking about. Like, okay, so I see the fence part that you were talking about,
Yeah, all you gotta do is have the entrance to the garage face that way.
and the exit be the street
Like
that you're on before.
there's garages. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think there's already garage entrances facing that way. So
Yeah,
have the entrance. I mean, have the exit be where that extension that extension to space comes in.
like extended to the parking lot that we were walking towards when we were
Like
walking.
like have this have the space between the depot and the parking lot be the like either the exit or the entrance. Like have the space between the depot and the parking lot be the exit, and the have the garage entrances that are already there be the entrance, or vice versa. Either way, more garage entrance, more garages could be added. Could have been added.
But yeah, could have been added. Um, and here's an idea I just had. It's not possible because without cha-ching, there is no bling. But
Did you
just
make that reference just now?
I don't even know where I got that from. I just thought of that.
It,
Um,
it, that came from a song.
but basically tear down the entirety of Rockville Center Depot and build it up again. Like do pull a Grand Avenue Depot. Like can you
Oh,
imagine
the
that? Like a Grand
Rockville
Avenue,
Center's depot, that the one that has still holds those buses,
like
the Orions.
Grand Avenue Depot. I'm not sure if you've seen it, Fred. It's like this. It's like a giant building that has multiple floors, and on that floor is like space for buses.
I'm looking it up. Grand Avenue Depot.
Yeah, Grand Avenue Depot. Either that or Michael J. Quill. But no one's gonna put buses on their
Roof?
roof in Long Island.
I mean, why not?
I mean, that's all.
I mean, you don't have a reason not to. There's nothing else to
We
lose.
do have a
when it
reason
comes
because
to
it's all about
Rockville Center
money.
Depot.
Because like, if Nassau County doesn't get the funding that it needs, the proper funding to do it, then they probably won't do it.
Oh,
Alright,
this
well, that's
Grand
the
Avenue
only
looks
reason.
pretty cool, actually.
I know, right?
That is the only reason.
But yeah. So kind of introduced. That was let's see. I got a couple of plot points, topic points. I'm not sure how you say it. Um, and anybody could also jump in at any point if they have any like ideas that Nice Buzz would go where they should go. But the first one I have on here is the retirement of the Orion Sevens next gen CNGs. Would that be possible?
Well, say again?
Would the retirement of the Orion Sevens be possible?
Yes, but not now.
But not now, right? Because
That's gonna take a long while.
because the Orion Sevens, the first gen, they came in 2008 to 2009, and we obviously know that the CNG tanks expire in 15 years. And I did the math, and that's like what 2024 or 2025.
Yeah, I say give it a bit more time.
Yeah. Now their replacements, no idea. They could just order some more Excelsiors, and if that's the case, then our I don't want to say it's gonna get boring at that point, but there might not be any flavor.
I say get some LFSs.
LFS.
I used to be against that because I just felt like Nice Bus would mess them up, just like how they've done with other buses in the past.
Yeah, like that's like the main thing too. Like we're afraid that Nice Bus will treat their buses badly, and like they won't have any good maintenance on them. And
I mean, they already messed up the Excelsiors. I mean, things are so heavy that they break the curb off of the sidewalk.
like that was because like I heard somewhere that the suspension on some of the 1800s are like loose, not like loose, but like it's pretty obvious. Like if you see Nice Bus pulling into like Hempstead Transit Center, like you can clearly see that the bus is like leaning a
Yeah,
lot.
that's an obvious design. It's like an obvious flaw.
And we know for a fact that it's not the Excelsior's fault themselves, because if you take a look at MTA's Excelsiors or Roosevelt Island's Excelsiors, they don't really do that. I'm not
Exactly,
sure.
it's not a new flyer.
It's not a new flyer thing. It's just how they wanted their Excelsiors.
They put they got too much stuff in there, and the buses became too heavy. I guess. Yes. No.
I wouldn't say that. I feel like they just want it too loose. I don't really know what a loose suspension does. But the Orion 7 next gens, I propose will definitely be gone maybe in a couple more years, maybe 4, maybe 5, maybe 3. But
We're in 2020, and you said 2024, so 4 years tops.
yeah, in terms of their replacement, I I'd be surprised if they went with a contract with Nova Bus, but we obviously know that New Flyer is taken over. Like I'm not sure if you've seen it, but
In
like
all honesty, though, there has to be more than one type of bus in there.
like there's not really much of an option really. Like you have New Flyer, which provides Nova Bus, Nova. You have New Flyer, which provides the Excelsiors. You have Nova, which provides the LFS, LFSAs, and all that other stuff. You have Prevost, which is an express bus company. Um, MCI is dead, I think. Don't quote me on that. And then you have what? There's another one. There's another one. Proterra. You have Proterra, which provide electric buses, but
Let's be honest, that's not happening.
like everyone else is going electric. Everyone. SEPTA, I think, got some Proterras. MTA is demo testing Proterras, and they also have Excelsior Electrics.
I'm gonna be honest. I think it's for the best that they don't, because Nice Plus is just gonna find a way to screw it up, like with everything else. In all honesty, they've done some of the most worst designs in in their buses. For example, the loose suspension in the Excelsiors. It's the second. That's the second time bringing it up. I know. And another uh, another thing would be the seats in the next gen.
Like the seats in the next gens about that. If they actually, it's not Nice Bus's fault entirely. Even if you want to include the 3Gs didn't have that bubble thing that was on it.
It
You have
makes no
to,
sense. What 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 do you get out of that?
I don't know,
What does
maybe it's like a
anybody
design
get?
thing.
What does anybody get from sitting on a bubble seat?
I don't know. Ask him say that question because they thought it was a good idea to have that.
Who, the MTA?
Yeah, the 2000, the 1700s were ordered by the MTA and the 1800s too, the early 1800s. But at least they corrected that with the 1800s. They got rid of that bubble seat thing.
That wasn't a nice. I keep forget. Sometimes bleh. I keep forgetting sometimes that Nice Bus wasn't the one who ordered the 1700s.
Yeah, the 1700s and the 1800s were ordered by the MTA, and then Nice Bus ordered the 3Gs, which I kind of like the 3Gs now.
I
Like
forget that sometimes.
I don't think the 3Gs are that as I think the next gens in general aren't as bad as I thought it was. Although
Mm.
yes, the design can still be improved, and I still think that Orion should have made the Orion 8 instead of making the Orion 7 3Gs. But I don't know. I don't really see
Forget the
the
3Gs. They should have made the Orion 8 instead of making the next gen.
well, exactly. Yes, exactly. I agree with that. I agree with that a lot. I think that the Orion 8 should have been a consideration as a next gen version of the Orion 7. Not a next gen, but you know what I mean. But
They're basically the next Orion.
yes, the next the next and last Orion, because we know obviously know that they went bankrupt. What 2013 or
Think so.
2012? I can't remember. But yeah, I think the first ones to go, obviously, I think that the first ones to go is obviously the 2008 and the 2008 to 2009 Orion 7s because those are the oldest. Then after that will be the 1800s, and then the last will be the 3Gs because those were ordered in 2012. So yeah, those are staying for a while. Um, but replacements, I'm 100%. I gotta say new player. I don't really think it goes anything else. Although I would love a Nova LFS CNG on the N4. Sleep, but that's a long way from not happening.
I'm not sure, but part of me feels like there should be an Arctic on the N4.
Ooh, that's one of my plot points. That's one of my plot points. You read my mind because that's actually something that I was gonna talk about. Literally, nice screenshot. right?
No, that was my phone telling me it's on low battery.
Oh, I thought. I thought it was a screenshot.
Nah.
No, don't worry. I was a Samsung user, so I know how it goes. I know the vibes. That's slick.
No, it's at 5%.
Let's see.
Hold on, wait.
I mean, they
In fact,
have.
actually, what?
I was gonna go back to the articulated bus point.
It's funny because that was actually my next plot point. Like, I'm reading here that was literally after I was supposed to talk about the possibilities of like next bosses that they would order. So you're on point. Not to go back to the on point thing that I was talking about before, but I would most likely I would most likely say that Nice Bus will have a few more articulated buses, and I would definitely say that the N4 has to be one of them because
It has to be.
it has to be, especially on the N4X. It has to be. Like I can't take this anymore. I
The
legit
N4,
I can't.
N4X.
Um, like what they ordered the 5X N60s in 2016, and it's 2020.
And
Like that's
they're just on the. They're
like
only on the N16.
no. They're only on the N6X.
N6. Oh, my bad.
The
N6 instead of N16.
the N6X and the N88 for the summer, which I still haven't checked out yet. I've seen it before, but I've never actually been on the 88. Um, but when they get their act together and order some more XN60s, because I'm waiting, it needs to go on the N4, and I'm not sure
It's a
why.
must.
I don't know why they never tested the possibility of putting on the N4X, because I they're planning something. I don't know. I don't know if they are or not, but they're planning something. Because when I was at Nassau, I would always see the Arctics going around campus. I don't know if that's a code for something, but
What was it? Trading buses or?
yeah, like they were training buses. But why would they
Yeah.
have training buses on campus? They can go anywhere for that.
Yeah.
It has to be for something. I feel like they're gonna put the Arctics on the 16 because my God, do they need Arctics on the 16? How? But I think the N4 also needs it too. Like especially for the Express. Like there are some problems with that in terms of like I don't think Freeport is a problem. I think it's Jamaica, because I don't think an Arctic can go where the N4 usually goes. I think it's called the teardrop because it looks like a teardrop. Where the buses go straight on, I think Archer Avenue, and then they curve, and then they go into that little bus stop thing, and then they drive out and go back onto Archer Avenue. I don't think an Arctic can do that because obviously it's long and it probably won't work. But if they were to have Arctics on the N4, I would most likely say have the N4 stop at the Archer Avenue station. Like where the N4 always stops at, and then heading back, the bus um goes up 145th Street, then goes onto Jamaica Avenue, and then find some street to turn around, and then head back to the bus stop where the Q44 stops at, and bam, there you go. But I would love to see an Arctic on the N4. It needs to happen because it's too crowded and it's very overcrowded, and I think that would be the 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 plan for Nice Bus to improve the service where overcrowding is pain in the ass. Say that. Um, yeah, and like I said before, the 16 needs Arctics, and Fred, you can definitely agree with me on that, because you are an ex in 16 member, so am I. Like you can agree with me.
The pain. The pain.
You know what it's like to be on a credit bus heading to college.
We still have to ride the bus for one video.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
I'm gonna hate it.
And like I know for a fact that it's probably not possible to get an Arctic into campus the same way that an N16 would usually get onto campus. But if you can reroute the N16 path to Nassau Community College to where the Arctic can get into campus and leave campus, then that's it. That's all you gotta do. I don't. While I do think that Nice Bus needs more Arctics for express buses and just other routes in general, I don't think that every route needs them because no. Here's what I think. I think that the Arctics should be for express buses only, not because it I think that it's more beneficial that way, but because it makes the Arctics feel special. If that makes any sense, makes sense. Like, like for me personally, seeing the Arctics on the N4 and the on the N6X, um, it kind of I don't know, like, it just feels better seeing it that way. But I could totally be wrong. Um, another not suggestion. Another thing that I think the future, yeah, the next thing that I think that would be in Nice Bus's future, and that's sad to say this, I think they would probably go with some more budget cuts because of if the lack of funding resumes. I feel like Nice Bus will probably make some more budget cuts to their routes. I'm not sure which routes it would be because I don't have any like papers of like the statistics of like ridership for each route and such, including normal routes, express routes, and able rides, and community shuttles, etc. But I I don't see Nice Bus not like cutting at least one or two routes between now and like maybe 5 or 10 years from now. I don't think things will go uphill just yet. No, uphill, yeah, uphill. I don't think things will go uphill yet for Nice Bus. I feel like it would just
They
be
have been going uphill almost this whole time.
yeah. So that's kind of why that's exactly why I think that it's gonna be more of like a slow descent if they don't get this funding that they need. If they don't get this to change, then Nice Bus will never be good. Good, moderately good. Let's say that. Um, I think yeah, that's just what I think. I don't I don't really know. I know for a fact that they can't discontinue the N4. That's just too much. Like, if they do that, if they discontinue the N4, the N6, or the N22, or any bus that goes into Queens, then it's going to be from a slow descent to a dive bomb at that point. Um, but yeah, the budget cuts may or may not be in their future, and it may not even be like a big thing. It could just be like they just change like weekend service on a bus route, or they reduce the number of buses that are out per hour, or they change the schedule where every bus comes every hour or so. But yeah, we'll see. We will see. Another thing that I think will most likely be in their future and this is maybe 50-50. Probably won't agree with me on this as much, but the installation of a bus rapid transit system or some kind of express bus. Give me on this one. Uh, when I say BRT, if you're a transit fan, you obviously know what I mean by BRT. But something that's like select bus service, where they have specific routes with specific bus lanes to help improve service. Like it's like, for example, if they made the N4X like a BRT, I'm not sure how they would. Of course, I'm not sure how they would implement a bus lane on Merrick Road in Queens. Because my God, have you seen that? Have you seen Merrick Road? That's not gonna work.
Awful.
I don't think that's gonna work at all. But like, there has to be some way. Um, yeah, like if they implemented a BRT on like the N6, I think Hempstead Turnpike, and Hillside Avenue. I think that would be a good place to put a bus lane if there isn't one already. Um, I 100% think that it's a smart move because and faster bus service means a better overall service. Um, Featuring bus lanes, that little traffic thing that they do. I know I think they do it with the MTA as well, where like they have like some kind of system that's implemented inside the buses that like
Mhm.
holds the light for a bit longer. I could be wrong, but I know I saw it somewhere. Like they need that too, as well for NASA Any Kind Express. Um, just to like to improve service, just even if it's a little bit, it still counts. But in terms of what they would call this rapid transit system, I don't really know. I don't want to say SBS2, Electric Boogaloo, 'cause that's stupid. But I, whatever name Nice Buzz comes up with, I feel like it's gonna be stupid. Here's why.
I agree.
What was the last thing they created? The Flexi? Stupid. Like what was after that? Um um I don't even know. But Elmont Flexi? Stupid. Like that's just a dumb name. But
What's the next thing they created after Flexi? I don't know, but it's
I
probably
don't know.
stupid.
I don't know, but it's probably stupid anyways. In terms of the name. But
And the idea itself is dumb.
the idea of the Flexi, yes, is dumb, and they should have brought back the N2 and the
Flexi
N8.
itself makes no sense, and it's not even the N2 and N8 any period. Not that it ever was, which is why I'm not saying anymore, because like you don't see them going the route of the N2 and N8.
Yeah, it's
They're
like it's
basically able ride buses that they're basically able ride buses. That's all they are, and that's basically all they ever will be. Just able ride buses that you don't have to be handicapped to take.
yeah, it's like the Flexi takes this. It's half. It's I think it's half into. I think it's half into and half made up fantasy, and the other half is like
Like it's
historic
not even a half. It's
fish.
like
Like what the Flexi stops by it stops by Franklin General Hospital, and I think it also goes along Dutch Broadway. I believe the N8 or some other former rail, I think the N2, I think also might have stopped there as well. But to get back onto the topic of BRT, although I don't think that the Flex would ever be a BRT, I don't think it needs to.
it shouldn't.
Because it's like you're giving this route too much freedom when a small portion of people ride it. But a route like the N4 the N16 or the N6 or maybe the 22 or the 24 or both actually. Like those routes need like some kind of BRT. And Next Bus should also find a way to make bus only lanes too. If it's approved by, I'm not sure who approved that. I think the Department of Transportation or the county or both. But that needs to happen, 100%, 100%, 100%. Another thing, and this is 100% has to happen, will happen, is that Nice Bus will start to introduce the use of Omni on their buses. I saw an article. I'm not sure how long ago that was. That Nice Bus I think was interested in the idea of Omni and they wanted to put it on their buses sometime in the future. I think 2023. Not really sure. But if you don't know, and anyone else who's watching don't know, Omni is like the next generation of payment for buses. At least here in New York City. Basically, it's the use of this electronic um, surface that has some kind of something in it. I'm really not sure. I, I'm not sure at the moment. But basically, I think it's NFC technology. Actually, yeah, I think it's like NFC tech. Basically, you can use a smart card. You could use your watch or your phone, and it'll basically that's how you make your transactions. I actually tried Omni before, and we're not gonna get into what happened that day, Fred. But I tried, I tried Omni. I tried Omni at I tried Omni at making me laugh. I tried Omni at Brooklyn Bridge and Canal Street, and let's just say, and we're not gonna get into any other details about that, but let's just say that my card was declined because I had no money. But
Yeah,
it worked.
sure,
It worked.
sure.
It actually worked, and it's amazing actually that
It's somehow
the
worked.
technology. Let's not move. Let's not get into that. But
I still question it to this day. Still wondering how you're still here. I don't know how that happened, and it still boggles my mind of how that works.
the technology, it's really amazing. And
This man hacked the system, guys.
the system had a stroke. That's what on his first day too.
The
The system had a stroke.
the technology itself is amazing. I've seen it at stations before, and I've also seen it on a few Staten Island buses when we were on Staten Island. Good days, good times. Um, and honestly, I think that's a good move. At the moment, right now, it's just you pay with your smart credit card or your phone or your watch. But I'm sure in the future, MTA will go with actual tap cards, which would mean the death of the obviously the death of the Metro cards. Pretty sad,
Yeah.
but I'm happy. I'm happy and I'm sad because I'm happy because I don't have to keep swiping my card constantly, and I'm sad because it's what I grew up with, what everybody grew up with.
Can I get a swipe?
Not counting the people who grew up with the little tokens. That's a different story.
$2 swipe. $2 swipe.
Swipe. Yeah, now it's gonna be a $2 tap. Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be a $2 tap now. Now it's gonna be people ask for swipes. Now it's gonna be taps. Yo, one tap, $2 tap. Yo, you got a tap? You got a tap? Hey man, you got a tap? No.
You got a tap?
But I feel like Nice Bus, 100% has to make that move. Otherwise, they'll get left behind unless they come up with a new system for payment, which is
Every
gonna
single
be
thing is up to them. In all honesty.
What?
Every single thing is up to them. In all honesty.
Yeah. Like, and if they choose another method, it's gonna be like a yin and yang almost. Like you have people from New York paying with taps, and then you have people going from like New York to Long Island. Now they have to pay with what? Like they have to pay with skin transfer. They have to put in cents in the machine, and then they gotta put $1 in. Then they gotta, I don't know,
You
scan their
pay
eye,
with your blood.
and then put in their social security information. Like
You gotta bring your social security card to get on the bus.
like the use of Metro cards is not even like it's not only just used by MTA. It's used by Path. It's it's used by Nice Bus currently. It's used by Beeline, I think, as well. I think I'm not really sure. So yeah, I feel like it would be a smart move to go to Omni. That way, like Nice Bus is up to date with like everything with the payment in the city, and MT and Nice Bus don't have to introduce their own tap card because that's stupid. They could just sell tap cards like how like from the MTA. Like they'll buy tap cards, put them in the machines, and all that stuff. Um, I don't know any flaws when it comes to tap cards. Maybe except if it doesn't work, then I guess it's a free ride. But I feel like they should also implement the tap system into the Metro cards. That way, if the tap system doesn't work, then you pay with your Metro card. But if that doesn't work, because we all know Nice Bus, then I guess it's a free ride.
Yeah.
Like,
I do want to mention one other thing
what's
that
up?
is also something I have against Mitchfield Depot.
What's that?
Very poor maintenance.
That's
It's like Mitchfield always had bad maintenance, and it was like, yeah, that's why I'd rather it be Mitchfield instead of Rockville Center that closed down. And give me a second. Did someone just get in the call?
Oh, that was
No,
good.
oh, see there.
Have you guys been hearing everything I've been saying?
Huh?
Have you guys been hearing everything I was saying?
No.
Uh,
I,
what's the
I,
call?
I, I actually had your volume muted because I heard that like there was some stuff going on in the background. I'm not sure if I wanted that
Yeah.
What?
in the video. Yeah,
What?
yeah.
Wait, what? Oh.
Like yeah, like I heard people in the background. Like I wasn't sure if like he was busy or not, but I heard that in the background. And I had to lower your volume, so I didn't.
You definitely made the you definitely made the right choice.
Yeah.
Like you just get the call, all we hear is you just get in the call, all
Yeah.
we hear is your mom. And then just random arguing, maybe talking in the background. So Kalal is like trying to speak. So he's like, okay, I'm just gonna lower the volume now.
I don't want to
You
like fully
definitely
mute
made
you
the right
and
choice.
then. But onto the next thing that I think that Nice Bus would definitely do, or at least what they would look forward to doing if it's possible, would be would be like a MTA like express bus service. Not like their express service that they have now, but you know like with the coach bus and all that stuff. Um, I saw somewhere. It's like a PDF. It was kind of like a PDF of the stuff that Nice Bus was like looking forward to doing and like what like the options that they had. And I think one of them was like this express service that this like express service that had coach buses that went from Long Island into like into like far Queens. I feel like they would definitely go with that choice. although yes, I do think that it all comes down to funding. Like I said before, if without funding, they basically can't do majority of the stuff that they want to. But with the proper funding, I feel like it's possible, and I feel like it's a good idea because if you have an express bus service that goes from like Mineola or Hempstead Training Center all the way to like Manhattan, bam, that's super easy. It could be like a proper replacement for the railroad too. It's like if the railroad is messing up, bam, there you go. And mm, Nice Bus can just order some Prevost X345s. Did I say that correctly? I'm not really sure. But yeah, like order some of those, put those in the Nice Bus scheme or a new scheme if they have any new ideas, and just send those to Mitchfield. Will Mitchfield have the space for that? Maybe,
Maybe.
maybe.
I'm I'm hinging I'm hinging more toward doubt.
Doubt, yeah. They would they would have to if they have no space in Mitchfield, then they have to make a new depot. It 100% won't be in Rockville Center anymore because by the time that they decide to make a new depot, Rockville Center will probably be closed down and torn down and built into some kind of I don't know
That is if
apartment.
they decide to make a new depot.
But yeah, like Prevost,
That Nice Bus doesn't take stuff like that into much account.
yeah. But I think Prevost would be their better option. Only because the only express bus I know is a Prevost. That's not an MCI. Because I think the MCI closed. No, wait, no. There's another express bus. There's another company that makes express buses and ghost buses. It's what Prevost, MCI, and nope. I think that's it. I could be wrong. I think I'm wrong. 100%. How much would it bet? If anybody knows, let me know in the comments because I'm not sure. I'm not really. I don't know that much about express buses because I never really rode express buses like that because I kind of was afraid to spend $6 for an express bus for an express bus ride. Yeah, I think that's it. MCI and Prevost. That's all. But if and this is a big if if Nice Bus goes with the Coast Bus route and they make a proper route and they have a proper schedule and they have the proper buses and they try to maintain buses, I think it can go pretty well for them. It can also help us out too. Like if we're in the
Yeah.
city, we don't have to take the E train all the way to the N4. We can just probably take the coach bus all the way into Long Island. But that depends on where it goes, where they plan on having Terminal B. I predict maybe Freeport, maybe Hempstead, maybe Mineola. Um, but I think that's something that they should definitely consider. I think that's something that should be on the table at least. It's not mandatory, but it should be on the table if they have any if they don't have any other ideas. If they're just sitting in a meeting table, pulling their thumbs and spitting spitballs at people, I think someone should at least mention that if all else fails. Well, if all else fails.
I know it's kind of gonna be off topic when I say this, but I just thought of another Nice could use
What?
a replacement for the next gen when they eventually go.
Okay.
Correct
Yeah.
me if I get the name wrong, but Gilligs?
Gillis? Gillis? depends. Is Gillick still alive?
I remember you mentioning them to me, and after that, I haven't like I don't know.
Oh, I probably mentioned them. I think the last time I mentioned Gillick was probably when like we were in Suffolk County. But yeah, Gillick? No, Gillick. 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 Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on. Gillick. Gillick. Gillick.
Expect everything to be perfect.
Do Gillicks have CNG buses?
There was one thing
No idea.
Oh, they do.
character design.
If they have CNG
Oh,
buses,
they do have CNG buses.
Pop's art and animation style, although she's
then why not a Gillick?
give her that.
Oh, you are totally right. You know what? Actually, yeah, you are totally right. Gillick. Gillick. And what? Gillick is a American transit company because every other company is Canadian, like Nova and New Flyer and Orion. They're all Canadian. But yeah, like a Gillick on the N4. I'm not sure if y'all can picture that, but that sounds pretty cool. Like I've never actually seen Gillicks like that, especially the more modern ones. I've seen a Phantom, I think, one time in Suffolk County, but Gillick, that would be pretty good. Let's see, what other stuff do they have? They have trolley buses. They have BRT buses, which look like they could be CNG buses because of the top roof, but I don't even know. They have diesels, hybrids, and electric, but electric won't be. I don't think Nice Bus will go the electric route, even though I think it's pretty cool.
Yeah, no way.
One because
They're too much into the CNG thing.
yeah, like like Nice Bus. Long Island has always been like CNG favorite. I think since the 90s. I think the 90s. I'm not really sure. 90s or 80s. Because I know that there was one point where MTA, Long Island Bus, and even MSBA, they also had diesels at one point. And I know MTA also had diesels too, because they also had this one, and I'm not even sure what it was doing there or what purpose it served, but Long Island Bus had a few Nova RTS in the Long Island Bus game.
Really?
Yes, they did, and there's a picture I found from the 90s. There's like a few pictures of this RTS in the Long Island Bus paint scheme. And there's two pictures that I found. One where it was in Jamaica, and one of them where it was spotted at Mitchell. Like, if I can find a picture of it, I'll put it in the chat. It's gonna be hard trying to search this thing. I'll see if I put in MSBA RTS, it pops up. Nope. Nope. Yeah, just as I thought. I can't. If I put it in, I don't get a proper search.
Yeah.
God dang it! Dang it, man. Dang it! Like, hold on. No.
Determination of one man.
No. I saw that picture. I'm not insane. I saw it with my own eyes. When I was doing my my scuba diving for MSBA pictures online. Oh boy, Jesus. You know what? If I find it after the stream, I'll post it. But yeah, how did we get to the topic? Right. So Gillicks. DLS could be a good investment for Night Bus. I don't know the durability of Gillis. I'm not sure like how good they are in terms of power and in terms of um structural integrity and such because I've never been anywhere near a modern Gillick or even an old Gillick. If anyone knows, please let me down below. But yeah, that could be a good investment for Nice Bus. There's another company that I just thought of. Neoplan, if they're still alive.
Oh,
What does Neoplan make nowadays? Oh, ew.
yeah.
What is this? Wait, is this the right Neoplan? Wait a minute. Wait. Neoplan. Uh, what buses do they still make? Do they still make buses? Are they still, are they alive? Oh, my phone died. That's great. Fantastic. I was watching the stream to make sure that the thing was okay. So, okay, Neoplan off the table because they make some really ugly express buses. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. They just look disgusting. They look oh my goodness. All right. I thought of I just thought of another investment. They make coach buses. Coach and they're called Alexander Dennis.
Oh,
Alex makes some buses.
Yeah, huh? What? What? Yeah, they make I'm not sure if they're Canadian, I'm not sure if they're not even from America, but they made the demo they made the demo double decker bus that was here in New York City for a while.
oh, double decker buses.
Yes.
That's another thing to put on the N4.
A double decker? Yo. You know what? Actually, scratch that. Take all, you know what? No, take the Arctics on the N4 out of the picture and just put double deckers.
Oh, that's
double
amazing.
decker buses.
That would be amazing. No more overcrowding.
Now, here's a problem, right?
What?
Okay, so on the N4, right? You know how how Merrick Road passes underneath the Long Island Railroad structure?
Yeah, I was about to say the bridge.
Yeah, the bridge. The bridge. That's my main concern. How are they gonna do that? Let me post this in the voice chat.
I was gonna say something stupid.
What?
I was just gonna say just keep driving at full speed and see what happens.
No, it's gonna. How far are you gonna get? How far are you really gonna get? How far are you gonna? No, you know what? The double decker buses. Oh, Alex left.
Oh, really?
Oh. I just realized that I had the whole chat. I had the whole chat.
Oh no, Zach and I had to go behind the scenes.
Actually, yeah, it's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like the and the double deckers too. These buses have like all like the window as well. So if you go full speed, someone's gonna fly through the window. So I'm not even sure how that's gonna work.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. I gotta get my phone charger because I need to watch. I need to watch the stream to get a good feedback on it. Where's my portable charger? Alex said that he was leaving.
You cut out there. What did you say?
Alex said that he was leaving.
Nope.
Well, guess this is what we're doing then. Hmm. Oh, I can see participants. That's new. No, it's not. I'm lying to myself. Let me see. Participants. Oh, excuse me. All right. I don't know if I should wait for Alex or what.
I don't know how long it's gonna take. I don't know if his internet died or.
You could assume that his internet died. Hey, Alex, we were just talking about you.
Oh, hey.
Yes, I'm back.
Did your
Sorry,
Did
internet
your
die?
internet die?
Say again?
Did your internet die?
No, I had to take care of something real quick.
Oh,
Oh,
okay,
okay.
cool. All right, so sending a picture. This is what the Alexander Dennis double deckers look like. Ooh. Yeah, that could be an option if they wanted to choose if they wanted to go for double deckers, I would say Alexander Dennis or Prevost. But if they wanted to go for 40-foot CNGs, I would say obviously New Flyer. I would suggest Nova and also Gillick. That's just what I think. In all honesty. Right, my phone's booting up. Give me a minute. Let me also check the status of the stream from OBS. Okay, everything's going pretty smoothly. Okay, why? Okay, here we go. All right, the stream is going pretty good. All right, so let's see what else we got to talk about. Let's see. Right. So the next thing that I feel like the next thing that Nice Bus should definitely look forward to doing in the next couple of years, and this is something that me and Fred most likely will want, and that is the rehabilitation of Hempstead Transit Center.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Even Fred agrees.
1,000 times. Yes. Please do that.
He's tired. He's tired of going to Hempstead and seeing the same thing.
There's always this. I can always predict what's gonna happen, and 90% of the time, it always happens to be correct. Not in the best way possible either. This all goes back to the N16.
It's all connected.
Sorry, that's my Nice Bus PTSD right there.
But yeah. Hampton Transit Center, if I remember correctly, I think it was built in the 90s, maybe the 80s. I think I'm not really sure. And I know that it was rehabilitated by MT Lion Bus. Not sure. Obviously 'cause it has that. It has the MT Long Island Bus aesthetic. Is that the right word? With the you know that like that floor tile at Hempstead, Fred? That's like it's yellow and it has like
Which one? The one inside or outside?
it's outside. It's by the bus bay. Like I don't know what it's called. It's like the little things with bumps, and it's like um it's yellow. It's kind of like the yellow stripe on the subway, where like you
Yeah.
have
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
yeah, like that's 100% that's a NCA thing. But in terms of ideas for renovation, and because this is more of like a theory kind of thing, I'm just gonna go 100% wild with this idea, and I think that they should they should renovate Hempstead Transit Center to be something sort of like the Port Authority.
Port
Something like the
Authority?
Port Authority.
The port?
The ports. Like I think that would be pretty interesting. I don't know how that would work in terms of space, and like I said, cha-ching. But if Hempstead was like a multi-floor terminal, you could have first and foremost more routes go there. You can also have more space as well. Like imagine the current layup of Hempstead, but it's indoors and it's 2 floors. That rhymed, and it also had like more space for layup buses, and Arctics can also go in there too as well. Like that I think that would be something that's interesting. Um, if they if they if there wasn't that parking structure that's right next to the training center, I feel like they could have made some more room for like the the actual terminal itself. But because I think that's owned by the MTA, so you know for a fact that Nice Plus can't touch that. But
Yeah.
yeah, what pisses me off the most is the fact that they have 3 bays at Hempstead that they don't use, and it bothers me so much, so so much that they don't use it. I think it was used for the N27 and some other routes. But Jesus
Hmm.
Christ. But
Think of the children.
huh?
Think of the children.
Think of the children. Uh, but yeah, even if they don't go with something as out of the water like a 2 floor terminal for Hempstead, like even then, like they just need to change the the lighting and change the lighting to maybe more like LED lights because that's better than lights. They need to change the tile structure. I think the tiles are kind of cracking. Maybe the actual structure itself, like the actual structure that went together, like the top parts, like yeah. And they need to put a ceiling in the middle of the terminal because I think you might know what I'm talking about, Fred, where it's like in the right middle of the terminal outside, there's like no ceiling or nothing. So when it
Yeah,
rains,
there's no ceiling whatsoever.
so like when it rains, it's raining on you, and like
Yeah.
it's annoying.
Either bring an umbrella or just,
Yeah,
Get wet.
yeah, or or go indoors. But like, who wants to do that? Everybody is gonna
uh,
be indoors because it's raining. So it's like
y-
you're not the first one to think of that.
it's gonna be like being on a packed bus, but you're not moving.
Exactly. Um, the bays, I think the bus bay, sorry, the docking bays is a better way to say it. Docking bays, like I said before, they need to use those 2 or 3 slots that aren't being used for probably something, I don't know. They should renovate the 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 layout so it allows for Arctics to come in and out of the depot. Um, I'm totally fine with going to the corner to hop on the N6X when the Arctic that shows up, but like they should probably fix that. Fix the fix the terminal to allow Arctic. And I can understand why some terminals don't like Arctic. Like for example, I think the Arctics are banned at the bus terminal in Jamaica. Like you can't get in in the actual thing. Like if an N6 shows up, it has to go on the sidewalk by the like by the street. And yeah, I think the only terminal that allows art trips, and this is from my like from what I know. I think the only one that I can think of is the port. Like the port, like yeah, I'm sorry, I gotta gush. The port has to be the best terminal I've ever seen in my entire life, hands down. Hands down.
I've never been inside of it, but I've seen the outside, and it's
That has
amazing.
It looks really great.
yo, the port can hold anything. The port can hold like 40-foot diesel. The port can hold 60-foot diesel. The port can fit coach buses. The port can fit anything. Like the Port Authority bus terminal has to be like the holy grail of bus terminals in New York, at least. The only one that I can think of will be the George Washington Bridge, but I've never really been to that one before, so I can't say much about it. But we will soon, hopefully. Hopefully, that's all I can really say as of now. But to get back on topic, they need to at least renovate Hempstead. At least like paint the floor tiles, change the overall aesthetic of the place. Maybe add some more if there is possible. Maybe change some things around, maybe to allow for more capacity. I don't know. I don't construct stuff. I don't know much about like architecture. But that yeah, it's like Hempstead is really overdue for a makeover.
Yes, it is.
It's way overdue. And actually here's something that I never noticed about Hempstead. I never noticed that Hempstead's Trainer Center had a curfew at all. Like
Wait, what?
it only dawned upon me until that one time when me and Alex hung out at the mall that Hempstead Trainer Center actually closes.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, it does. It closes. So, like, how do you think we felt when we hopped off? What I think the N15? How do you think we felt when we hopped off the N15?
Oh my goodness!
And we saw that it was
Man,
closed.
we hopped off that one bus. Was it the M15 we hopped off?
Yeah,
just
yeah.
to go back to the channel. Yeah, we hopped off of that. We hopped off of that to we hopped off of that just to get back to the Hempstead Transit Center because I think it was that Kalal made a mistake.
No, we hopped back on the 15 because we thought that we were gonna go. Wait, actually, hold on. I know that we went back to Hempstead twice actually. Yeah, we got on the N6 because we thought that the N25 was still awake, but the N25 was done for the day. So what we did was we went to 7-Eleven first, got ourselves some Red Bulls, hopped back on the N6 to Hempstead, and then by the time we got there, Hempstead was closed.
Yeah.
Damn.
We had to take an Uber home.
Yeah. And Alex had the wild idea, the stupidest idea. Let's take the railroad. And then I told him about the Hempstead branch's terrible timing, and he was like, "Nah."
Yeah, I said I'm not doing that.
I'm sorry.
That.
Hempstead branch, it's garbage. Like, I understand the dilemma, and that's the fact that they only use one track until like they get to the main line, I think, which is kind of like Hempstead, West Hempstead. But still, like, they got to do something about that. But renovation for Hempstead is also a must, 100%. And the last thing that I have written down on here, which I think is a possibility, could be a possibility, the potential elimination of community shuttles, like the Yamaha Flexi. And the Freeport shuttle, the reason why I think this is because I don't think that the community shuttles are doing exactly what they're supposed to do. Like the Elmont Flexi, I don't think it's doing surprisingly well, and I'm not sure about the Mercy Hospital shuttle or the Freeport shuttle or whatever it's called. Um, but the community shuttles, I don't know how long that will last. In all honesty, I think that's just not. I don't think that's just not a thing that's gonna last maybe like 5 to 10 years. But who knows? I could totally be wrong. Um, they could fix the Flexi to make it better.
Nope.
Um, but I don't know. I, I was never on board with the Flexi, 100%. I was on board when they announced that they was gonna bring back the route. That's what they said. They said that it was gonna bring back the route, and then we got hit in the face with the Flexi.
Yeah.
That
Ooh.
annoyed me so much. They even said that it was going to use shorter buses, and I thought nice bus meant that they, they were going to order XN35s, which is like a mini version of the XN40s, really. And nope, you got these spirit of wings of spirit, whatever the hell these buses are called. I don't even know their names. And it's just no, absolutely not. And the timing itself hasn't even gotten better at all. Like it's almost mirroring the N2 and the N8 at that point. Like I can understand that the N2 and the N8 wasn't Nice Bus's flagship route, and it 100% was doing poorly. But getting rid of it, bringing it back, and then having a new route to replace it, I'm not sure if that's spending more money than just changing the route itself. But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I do think that like if they had like the bus go from like like if they had the bus go from like hospitals to hospitals or hospitals to the mall, I would be fine with that honestly. Like what the Flexi goes, it goes to Meacham, and no, it goes from Meacham and Hempstead Turnpike, then it goes along Dutch Broadway, then it goes to Franklin General Hospital, then it goes halfway through the old, in quotes, N8 route, and then it goes to the park, and then it goes to the train station, and then it goes to the mall, and then it goes back. Like that's half of the N2 route. Not to mention that there's the other side um of Valley Stream, which like on Hook Creek Boulevard and Ocean Avenue, that's like deserted. There's like nothing there.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even sure what they'll do with the flexis, what they'll do with the community shuttles. But like I said, it could be wrong. They could be something that helps them. Like even if it's like a small bit, it's still something. But yeah, that's all the real topic points that I actually have. If when you two have any other suggestions of what you think Nice Plus will go or what they would do in 5 to 10 years,
Um.
the floor is open.
Wait, what they could fix in the future?
Like what do you think they would do? Like, do you think that they would order more buses? Do you think they would change routes? Do you think they would do Twitter routes? Do you think they would
I get the feeling that they might have more budget cuts,
in the future?
especially due to this pandemic, because
Yeah.
they're not getting as much revenue as they were doing before. And
Yeah, I think they I'm not really sure if they pull the MTA and they decide to temporarily suspend service on some routes. But yeah, I think now that I think about it, I think that's what actually happens more. But if you have artists, it could like damn, like you want an artist and like you just have like the first half of the front porch on the bus where like the front doors on, you have that blocked off. Bam, there you go. And like have like specific seats that people can't use to like distance everyone. Like, and there you go. But I can definitely understand like where you're coming from. Like, even with like the current crisis in mind or not, I do think that budget cuts is definitely where Nice Bus would go. I don't think that it's smooth sailing until they get the bling to change, and who knows when that'll happen.
Also, I don't think they're gonna move in the direction that quite a bit of people may want them to go.
Yeah,
They're quite stubborn.
yeah, very stubborn. Oh, here's
If you
another
tell
thing.
them something that just might actually work, they're gonna be stubborn and not do it.
Here's one other thing that I just thought of, and this is a maybe, 100%. And I've always thought this ever since I moved to Long Island in 2013. I had this thought, and I knew for a fact that it may not ever happen because I was young. I didn't have any like I didn't really like think about it hard enough and like the outcomes and possibilities and such. But I think that nice buses move in 5 to 10 years may not even be them existing. And here's why. I feel
You're
like
saying that there's gonna be another Long Island bus incident, but except with Nice Bus?
now another Long bus incident. I feel like right now, nice buses good isn't good enough, and I feel like we're gonna get tired of this, and we're gonna demand better service. And
I'm already tired of it.
and what bus company do we know? It may not be the best that we have, but we know that they're good at managing stuff. What bus company is good at good at that? The
At
MTA,
managing
huh?
at managing stuff?
Yeah,
I was gonna say the MTA.
yeah, exactly. Like the MTA, like I said, they're not perfect. Obviously, no one's
But they're
perfect.
better than Nice Bus.
Yeah, like they know what to do. They know what they were doing. They knew exactly what they were doing. I
In
just
all
feel like they
honesty,
were held back because of the funding.
another thing I suggest they do is put more buses on the N1.
That too. That way I can actually realize it exists.
Put more buses on the N1 and the N22.
That too. Like if
When I
the
used to go to BOCES, the N22 was always the worst. There would be times where I'd have to walk um to BOCES and the bus would catch me later down the line and I'd get on. And either that or I'd walk the entire way without the bus even showing up.
Fred, do you have any other?
Can it involve fixing the N16 or?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Probably pick a better route for the N16 this whole because one of the major problems is, and I think Khalil knows this, the Charles Lindbergh turn.
I'm walking away. I'm walking away.
You know what I thought.
I'm walking away. No.
I'll
Charles
come back.
Lindbergh is a disaster. And here's why. I feel like that's the off topic here. I feel like that's like the stereotypical like YouTube debunk kind of videos like this is trash and here's why. Like, but yeah, Charles Lindbergh is garbage. Like, it's like I don't mind the bus stop being there because it helps out for like the place that it's near, but they gotta do it better.
Yeah.
They gotta do it better.
I can count how many times we've had to stop there because disturbances at Charles Lindbergh on one hand. Seriously. Like, if there's no more room on the bus, there's no more room. You can't just pack people in there like sardines.
Oh boy.
We have to fix that Charles Lindbergh turn.
They do. Have
Oh,
to fix that.
especially the people who actually are in their cars blocking the bus.
Yes, absolutely. They gotta fix that. Nobody should be allowed to put their car there, even if they're parking or not. Don't do that.
I get that it's supposed to be like, oh, a pickup area, but they should have one separate for the cars there, and then one for the buses.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes so much sense.
I also have another thing.
What's that?
I know I said this before, but I honestly can't stress it enough. Upgrade your maintenance, Mitchfield. Like really, buses are just all breaking down. So there's so many cases of buses breaking down. When I used to work for BJ's, the freaking bus broke down in front of a cemetery.
Damn.
You remember what I told you guys
I
that?
think
Yeah.
Mitchfield is telling you something, Alex.
Like, upgrade your maintenance. God. Upgrade your maintenance, please, because these buses breaking down are just the worst. You know why we had to get off the bus?
Why?
It was freaking, what's it called? How I forgot the word. I forgot the word I was trying to think of.
It broke down.
Merry Christmas.
Say again?
Nah, nothing.
Say again, Kalal?
It broke down.
Yes, but I don't know. I forget the word on why it broke down.
It's stalled. No, it can't be stalled. It can't be. It's not automatic. Like the buses do stall.
It has to do with. It has to do with like I think the bus lowering and everything.
The kneeling.
Yeah.
Oh, this this brings me back to something I saw. I know I told Fred this. I think I told Fred this. I think I put on my
What's
Snapchat
it
once.
called? What is it called?
The kneeling thing.
Yeah, like it. I feel like it starts with an E.
No,
No,
no.
like it's the part of the bus I'm talking about. The part of the bus that does that.
It's the what? Is it an air suspension?
Suspension. Yes.
Suspension. There. A suspension
We
failure.
had to get off that bus for suspension problems and wait for another bus in front of a cemetery. I'm not complaining about. I'm not saying I'm not complaining about the fact that it was in front of a cemetery. I'm complaining about the fact that it happened. And the fact that there's some like quite a bit of like bus breakdowns. Period. Like it's happening more often than it should.
I think there was one time where I was on the N43, and one time it, it the bus like broke down, but like it went back to like what it was doing. This other time, I swear to God this happened. Like I was in Hempstead. I don't know what I was doing in Hempstead. Don't worry about it. Where there was a bus I think that was on the N41, and this bus had a broken kneeling feature where even though the bus was totally like high up, it was not like high up, but it was not in like in the kneeling thing. but the beeping, like, okay, so you know how the Excelsiors, how they have the rapid beeping when they kneel down.
Yeah.
That bus, even though it wasn't kneeling, it was just beeping.
Oh,
It was
that
beeping
actually
all.
happened to me too one day.
And
It was
don't forget
beeping
about
all the way
that
into
one
the
broken
terminal.
fare box, Kalal.
Oh yes, the time where there was a next gen on the N4 and the fare box was broken and it was just beeping for no reason. I think it was 18 something. I forgot the name of the bus. 1830 something. Can't remember. That was like everyone tracked down its bus before they fix it. Uh,
Like, I remember you took a video. You walk in, all you see is a plastic bag over the fare box. And then all you hear is just beeping coming from it. Like, what?
Are you okay, sir?
but back to back to the quickly back to the topic that I was saying before about the idea of MTA coming back is what exactly, because if the MTA comes back, there's like many possibilities that they could do, like after they fully take over NASA Any Kind Express. I'm not sure if they would either bring back MTA Long Island Bus. I'm not sure if they they have all of their buses under MTA Bus, which is a specific I think it's like a specific set of buses and bus depots that were formerly owned by private transit companies. Like for example, like LaGuardia Depot is under MTA Bus because it was called name it, Triborough Coach Corp. I think it was. Um, College Point. I think. No. I forgot what College Point was called.
Man, the only thing I'll ever praise LaGuardia is about is those air stored up RTSs.
But yes, yo, miss them, miss them. But what I'm trying to say is that the MTA could either make Long Island Bus or just have MTA Bus in Long Island and just have their buses in either the normal schemes or the Wi-Fi schemes. And yeah, in fact, I was planning on making a video about that a while ago. I didn't finish the script, so it's kind of like this topic here, but I kind of go more and like in depth of everything in like a step by step in depth review of like what I think would happen if they did come back. But yeah, if nobody else has anything, have any other like suggestions, um, we could move on to the last thing really. If
Fred's not
anyone
a
has,
real fan.
huh?
Nothing.
Oh, here's kind of where I wanted to like open the floor. If anyone has any like questions or anything else that they want to add in the comments to um to this, if they wanted to like if they had any like ideas on what would happen to MTA, the floor is open and we'll read them. Um, yeah. Also be aware, be on the lookout for our gaming channel and the video that we're doing tomorrow.
Yes, we have switched our video days from Thursday to Wednesday.
Yes, that too.
Yep.
Um,
Gaming content is now on Wednesdays.
yes, it is. Fun fact: these pictures that are on the stream is I these old pictures that I have that are on the screen are from 2015, and I think you probably saw it if you're watching the stream right now. Is like the N2 and the N8 buses and bus. There we go, like that one. I think this is on Merrick Road. I'm not very sure. I don't know where this picture is, but I know for a fact that it's somewhere near me. This picture here is I think this was the first time I saw an Excelsior. The very very first time when they were brand new. And this one was when Mitchfield Rockville Center Depot opened, and there was a bus 1812 that came into the depot, and this is the N8 bus stop again. But yes, the floor is open to the comments. If anyone has any comments now, any questions or anything like that. I answered one of them that wasn't really regarding to the video, the stream actually. But someone asked what kind of software I use, and I said OBS. Yeah. What's oh. I think this is the first time in CNG podcast history that it's a live stream without an actual video. The first time. And, yeah. If there's hold on, let me select a timer. 5 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, so we'll be doing CNG podcasts often from time to time. That is, but even if there isn't like any new news, I'll be pick a topic and we'll talk about it for maybe an hour or two, maybe an hour or two, or an hour and a half. Well, let me turn on timestamps for the comments. Whoa, where did I go? What I think the last CNG podcast we did was the Second Avenue subway returning, and they also had like other topics like 179s and
yeah.
To be totally honest, I prefer the CNG podcast, the third one. I think that one was the best one I ever made. In terms of like layout, I think it was the best. But unfortunately, we don't have the same software that we did back then, so we kind of can't like do that over again, unfortunately. But if we do, and when we do, then we'll definitely do that. And the time now is 4 o'clock. How long have we been streaming for?
Quite a bit.
Oh, 3 hours. Jesus. Well, if that's the case, then this might be the longest CNG podcast that we've done. Wow, yeah. Because our recent one, our last one, was 42 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
This is a whole 3 hours. Is it 3 hours? I think it might be 3 hours. Oh Lord. Lord have mercy. Yeah, so stay tuned for our gaming channel. Also subscribe to that as well. I will start putting the gaming channel link in the comments not in the comments in the description below. I totally forgot to do that. I That's my fault. Content content on this channel may differ. It may vary. Trying to sort things out. With TV Madness and the gaming channel and all that stuff and any other stuff that we can do
We do,
for the time being.
but we're kind of if this pandemic was not happening.
Yeah, actually, this was this was supposed to be our comeback part 2, but no one really saw this coming. Yeah, so you know. All right. I think that's it. I think we can close up shop. Actually, no. Wait, I lied. I lied. We've done this for an hour and 51 minutes. I lied to myself.
Okay.
Yeah. But still, I think this is the longest CNG podcast that we've done. Even if it was 3 hours or not. But if anyone else has any other like suggestions or comments or anything like that they wanna bring up.
Nothing I can say.
Alright. So yeah, this has been CNG podcast. If you enjoyed, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and share with your friends. Follow us on Instagram at Zach NightEagle, which is Zach_and NightEagle. Be sure to follow us on our Twitter that we don't use, but we will use it sometimes. Who knows? We have a comment from Transit Man. Ironic how nice doesn't use express buses when it has express. Exactly. Transit Man is correct. Like, it has the word express, but it doesn't use express buses. That's ironic. And nice buses, express buses is MTA's limited, because technically limited and nice buses express are the exact same thing, and the MTA's express buses is not nice buses express. Confusing, but you get the hang of it. Like, when I say an MC Express bus, I mean their coach buses. When I mean nice buses, express buses, I mean they're legit express buses. They're skip stops. Well, not really skip stops. Was there a skip stop? Yes. Yeah, but it's also funny enough. When MTA was still here, they had limiteds. So back then, the N4X, the N4X back then was the N4 limited. The N6X was the N6 limited, and the N16X, I believe, was the N16 limited. If they had that back then, I'm not really sure. But yeah, this has been all CNG podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and share with your friends, and yeah, the new schedule for CNG podcasts are Tuesdays, but it may not be every week. That really depends. If we have a topic to talk about, if there's any news that has come to light. And with that being said, we'll see you guys in the next video, and we'll also see you guys tomorrow for our daily live stream. Be sure to check that out as well. Zach NightEagle Gaming. That's that right? Zach NightEagle
Yes.
Gaming? Yes. Zach NightEagle Gaming. I will put that in the comments in the description below. Actually, I just said that I would, so now I have to. I spelled gaming wrong.
Oh my god.
There we go. Wait, this is not it. I typed in Zach and NightEagle Gaming and I got Zach and NightEagle. Okay, let me go on. Let me search YouTube. See if it pops up. It's probably because our channel is like brand new.
Yeah.
Ish. I say it's brand new, but it's like it's I think it's 7 years old or 6 years old. We've only done 2 videos? What?
We keep missing them, remember?
Oh, that makes
Because
sense.
circumstances keep happening in which we cannot record for that day. We keep having technical
Oh, it's
difficulties.
still live right now or no?
Huh?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're still rolling. Let me check the comments one more time. Yep. Yeah, so I put it in the description. You should be able to see it. Be sure to follow us there if you haven't already for gaming content. Wait, let me refresh. Let me refresh the live stream. Yeah, there it is. I put Zach and Night. Stupid. I put Zach and Night, not Zach and Night Gaming. Oh my god. Okay, here it is. Alright, so now if you refresh the page, if you refresh the page now, you should be able to see it. Check us out there. We're brand new. We have 9 subscribers, and we're a work in progress. But hopefully it goes pretty right. Be sure to also share that too with your friends as well. If you have somebody who likes gaming, we're a gaming channel. So yeah, with that being said, without further ado, this is Zach and NightEagle and Fred signing off, and we'll see you in the next video. And peace.
Have a good night.
Have a good night,
Later.
too, wherever you are. Stay
Or
safe, stay
good
home,
morning, wherever you are.
stay indoors,
Yeah.
and
And stay safe.
stay safe. Yes.